Well, it's our responsibility on Monday to overreact to everything we saw over the course of the weekend, particularly with college football. Now, usually I have to share this platform with Christine Williamson, and she gets her way. Not this week. I get it myself. I'll tell you who's a contender, pretender. We got the top 10 list here. We can take some of these easily and put them where they belong. We know that Alabama is a contender. We know that Georgia's a contender. If I had an AP top 40 vote, I'd have Georgia as the number one team in the country. Maybe that's why I don't have a vote. Let's go through the rest of the list, though. As you look at some of these, I'm putting Iowa in the pretender list, and it's not because they haven't played well. It's because it keeps getting pointed out to me smartly by our analysts that they don't have the team speed and athleticism to compete with the Georgias and Alabamas of the world. What about Penn State? Penn State is a contender. Part of this is because they're playing really efficiently right now. Part of this is because I believe somebody from the Big Ten is going to get into the college football playoff. Right or wrong, doesn't matter how many losses we get there, they're going to cram one of these teams in. What about Cincinnati coming off the big win? I'm putting them in the contender list right now. And I know Notre Dame's not who we thought Notre Dame was going to be, but let's be real about this for a second. To be fair, Cincinnati went in, they beat an Indiana team, turned out not to be great. They've got the win over Notre Dame. They've done everything they can do. I think there's enough momentum to at least keep them in the conversation, and there's enough chaos in the rest of college football to allow Cincinnati to find a way in. Oklahoma's a pretender because Spencer Rattler is not somebody I believe in. Oregon is a pretender because they got beat by Stanford and don't have the runway left to make the playoffs. BYU's a pretender because Cincinnati's going to get the love that BYU maybe deserves, but they can't get that signature win. Michigan is a contender. They are not only running the ball incredibly well, but they're getting enough out of their quarterback. I know that every year we have to talk about Harbaugh. Maybe this is the year we should talk about Harbaugh, and as a result, I'm putting there, which leaves us the trickiest one on this list. I still think that Ohio State can put their way into this conversation. I know that it hasn't been pretty. I don't think they're a great football team, and I think realistically, everybody on this contender list, not named Georgia and Alabama, is just going to get their butt kicked in the playoff. But Ohio State can win their way out, and if they do it convincingly enough, they're back in the playoff picture. That's an uncontested contender pretender, other than you guys who contest everything that we possibly look at.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.